brother Kaya from the GMS Louisiana Saints coming back at you with another quick ride and talk. Prior to getting started, as I always do, I'd like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akams that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, the video be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect and to those that cleave to the body. And I want to get in a lesson today about addressing things that's hot on our minds, which we know the mind music upon many things, okay, which causes the mind to what? Fluctuate. All right, the jump around of this, the jump around of that, especially men of the Lord. Our mind is like a machine, okay, or our spirit is like a machine. It's constantly going, okay. Obviously, it's all by what? The Heavenly Father and His Son, wisdom and knowledge. Okay, so a man has many vices or thoughts, imaginations in his mind, man. But the things that are hot, such as you'll have a conversation with a brother that you may, because a lot of conversations lead to actual videos. It'd be like what you would call phone videos that actually translate and they give brothers ideas to carry it over and actually put it on wax, all right, because it can be edifying. There's be things, brothers done had heavy lessons between phone conversations, man. That's why communication is so important. But there's a lot of things that you may say, or it's cliches and different things that brothers use when they're talking to each other, because the spirit is working with brothers, while they're having phone conversations, or just while they're talking in general, or discussing matters, or maybe looking into something, working together, whatever the case may be. All right, once the spirit intertwine, when wisdom meets wisdom, okay, all you can get is what? A spiritual lesson. There's nothing else that can come from that. All right, well, there's more, but obviously what? There's an abundance of spiritual thoughts and concepts and videos and layers of peeling back more understanding out of particular things, man. So when things is hot on your mind, you must express them. All right, whether that's to a brother with a situation, you may want to tell them, you don't kind of tarry with it for a while in a week, or it may be an admonishment you want to give to a brother, or hey, you may want to give brother some uplifting thing, and it just slip your mind. But when things are hot, you got to do it, all right? And that's why it crossed your mind at that time. So you got to be selective in grabbing the things off your mind that's hot and that need to be what? Actually brought to the forefront, or what? Brought out through words or expressed in a manner in which they can be addressed, and not let them linger, because anything that's hot, when it lingers, it cools down. What I mean by cooling down, we can forget, all right? What if we wanted to send up a prayer for a brother, family member that was in need? Or what if we wanted to tell a brother about something concerning the Passover that he may need to get? All right, so we gotta kind of, and I'm just, I know brothers, it's probably a common thing amongst brothers, because we got so much on our mind just outside of the, which the scriptures take up a great percentage of the men of the Lord's mind. So you can get forgetful at times, just concerning certain matters. And it happens to the best of us. Some brothers can recollect more better than others. Then some brothers don't pay attention to detail, because when the things was hot on their mind, they didn't do it. Especially if you're not a brother that can recollect real well. When something is hot on your mind, you have to do it. If it's on you to call a brother, all right, and you're not, all that great with that, or those are not things that, or maybe that's something you struggle with, you have to call a brother when you think about it, all right, because you're not afforded the luxury of remembering it as such. And now, that may do to you getting sidetracked, being distracted, work, different matters. I'm not just saying, or it just may be out here the brother just flat out forgot. But in order to rectify that situation, You know, so you don't come up with irreconcilable differences concerning certain matters that have to be addressed, or things have to be remembered. Okay, you have to get your system in place. So while things is hot on your mind, I know there's an old cliche to do it. You might have a lesson to where it was something you wanted to edify in a lesson, or it was a point or something that you wanted to make. Okay, if you let that lesson kind of linger for 2-3 days, then you may forget that point, you know. And it all works through the spirit. You know, the spirit don't want you to remember something, because there have been things you have thought about, either in the scripture, or put in a video, or building a lesson, or telling a brother, or bringing it out to the camp, whatever it is. You could have thought about it in the shower, all right? Because a spiritual mind is always thinking, he's always praying. Okay, even in thoughts, it may be things you want to add, in prayers, maybe things you want to add to your prayers as you are thinking about it, or when you're thinking about it as you're driving or whatever, man. Okay, because we can't note everything down, right? And our minds can't note everything and basically file it in a certain tab to where we want to pull it when we get ready. Nah, man. The spirit have to allow us to remember things, right? So while things is hot on your mind, always, to the best of your ability, try to address it, okay? And it's gonna come in different ways, right? Let me get that, because the mind moves it upon many things. I know this Wisdom of Solomon 9:15. I start at 14. It says, for the thoughts of mortal men are miserable, and our devices but uncertain. Yeah, because, on your day-to-day basis, you coming across so many different situations you are encountering, right? People you talking to, so many different conversations being bounced off the wall, that a spiritual conversation or a concept may get lost in the sauce, all right? Or just get, lost in the wash. But nonetheless, that thought can be revisited by something you maybe see later in the day or hear, or you be like, oh, what? You know what, brother? You reminded me of that, or this reminded me of that. But all in all, because the things we kind of suppress and don't get out right away, if it's hot, it comes back to we wanted to, like I just thought about, damn, just did it just now. All right, it was something that I clearly wanted to say, but it didn't come off. But so this is why I'm doing this lesson all together, and it's funny the Lord work like that. All right, but something you might suppress that you really needed to get off, man. It says, for the thoughts of mortal men are miserable, and our devices are but uncertain. For the corruptible body presseth down the soul, and the earthly tabernacle weigheth down the mind and music upon many things, right? So when we do have it slotted and have it right and it hit our mind, man, we got to make the most of our opportunities with it. Now, obviously, if it don't come out, then it wasn't meant, right? Or we can't recall it to mind, then it's not meant. We get that, but some things we can put on wax, or drop in a video, or do it, or be in season with it, right? Because thoughts are seasonable, right? And as we know, the seasons, the seasons come around, they come, they go, they leave, all right, they revisit, all right, but nonetheless, man, the taking advantage of it is the point, yo, you see? So get this right quick. This Job 32:18. It ain't gonna be long. All right, I know I kind of got super elaborative, but this was it was hot on my mind though, right? It's Job 32:18. It says, for I am full of matter, the spirit within me constraining me, right? So we be full of matter, but sometimes spirit constrain you, because some could be hot on your mind that you want to get off, but the Lord don't allow you to get it off, man. As Jake has the old cliche, I lost my train of thought, right? Because why? A train has sections to it. And it's what? It's going, it's stopping and going, it's moving. All right, it's moving. So our thoughts are moving. Wisdom is a moving motion. Okay? And so much wisdom hits our mind and trains our mind, man, to, you know, we just try to catch the train we could catch. And I get it, brothers, but, you know, overall, I know brothers is probably experiencing this. This is why I want to put it on wax. It says, behold, my belly is as wine, which had no vent. It is ready to burst like new bottles. I will speak that I may be fresh. I will open my lips and answer. So, see, when you speak, you're going to be refreshed, because that what you thought about was refreshing. It was seasonable. It was in season. It was on time. And you actually caught the thought. You know? So when we do catch our thoughts, we got to definitely, especially if it's something edifying as such, it's some history, or it's, you know, it's something brothers can definitely relate to, then definitely we got to be able to, you know, catch them as much as we can, man, right? Because it opens the door, right, for brothers to remember their thoughts and catch their thoughts all together. So it's like just a great thing, right? But this Job 22, and this is what I say mean by making haste in your thoughts. This is Job 22. It says, therefore do my thoughts cause me to answer, and for this I make haste. So, right, we do be patient in how we answer, and you know how we look at our thoughts, but we still got to examine our thoughts. Okay, we can't just think of something and believe that it's hot, or it's oh yeah, this will be edifying to the flock, or to the tabernacle, to myself, my family, whatever it may be, and believe it's hot. So we still, there's a scanning process or examination process that we actually use, all right, to what we're thinking about. Now, some brothers can gather thoughts quicker than others. So if you got a slower thought process, this may not apply to you. But even having a quicker thought process, it causes you to really slow it down while also extracting it, all right, or what, getting it out, all right, but also thinking it through while you're in the process of even carrying it out, man. Execution, you know. It says, therefore do my thoughts cause me to answer, and for this I make haste. So, you know, you make haste towards your thoughts, and the things that we think about are spiritual. So we want to get as much spiritual ammunition off as possible, right, while being edifying, while understanding, you know, what the Lord has given us the thought for. So there's a lot of layers to pull back when we are, you know, saying the things on our mind, man, because we don't want be as a fool, you know. This Psalms 119 and 93, and I ain't intend for this to be long, but whatever was hot on my mind to say, let it be so, you know, let it be so. Okay, this is Psalm 119 and 93. I will never forget thy precepts, for with them thou hast quickened me. So the precept quicken us, all right? And what? It helps us live. And to live is to be what? Simultaneous, to be on spot, to be quick, right? Quickening, the word of quickening is quick, making you alive. Though yet we do, it make us alive, right? It helps us give our life to others, man. Because the Lord's word is life. So the more we think about measures, I mean, the more we think about things that can lighten other brothers' lamps, you know, and that light bulb. You got the old cliche, the light bulb go off in your head. No, our spirits is like wine. Our belly be like wine, ready to burst with no vents, you know. And trust me, I know brothers think about a lot of things and they forget it. That's of the spirit. But you know, it is what it is, you know. But we just try, you know, to perfect or be complete in our spiritual thoughts and get as much spiritual across to brothers as you possibly can, man. All right, it's not only will it help edify, you know, the body, but it also quicken you, man, you know. And it also give you a readiness of mind, okay, to be prompt and are apt to teach and get those things off, man. That's necessary, because if we throwing away the evil, wicked thoughts, then we gathering and collecting the what? The heavenly thoughts, the spiritual thoughts. And we want to be able to what? Share those thoughts, right? Because, hey, the Lord's word is under the heaven and in the heavens, right? It's for us to what? Pass along, man. So as thoughts come to us, we ought to be ready to pass along thoughts to other brothers, okay? That they may be quickened and that they may live. So catch your thoughts, Akim, and make them known to other brothers and Akims and other Akim, all right, that they may be edified. So Abba Ratazada was edified, man. Till next time, I'm going to say shalom.